Hello, welcome to Level 1 Plumbing. Today I'm going to show you how to install a wash-hand basin using pressure pipe, also known as push-fit pipe, plastic pipe. And this installation will follow a diagram and we'll have a washing machine valve installed also. First of all, we need to dress the basin. So this means putting on the taps and the waste. So we're going to be using the modern ceramic disc taps, the quarter turn ones. Remember, in the UK, the regulations say that you always put the cold tap on the right and the hot tap on the left. Right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to apply some silicone sealant just around the top, just a little bit, like that, like that. Right, then at the back, okay, right, we don't need top hats. Top hats are only needed if the sink is really flimsy. Right, so what we need is washer underneath and the back knob. And we then do it up nice and tight. Then wipe off the excess silicone. Next we need to put the waste on. Okay, so what we've got now is we've got, right, so this sits on here like that. That pokes through the hole. Because it's got a washer this side, no sealant is needed. Right, so the next job is we need to fix the basin to the wall, okay? The specifications of the diagram say it's got to be 850 millimetres from the floor, but that is 850 millimetres is to the spillover level, it's not to the top of the brackets. So we're going to measure up 850 millimetres, which is, if you're still in school mode, is 85 centimetres. So we've done a little mark there with a pencil. What is next? Using a spirit level, we put it on the 850 millimetre mark there. You make sure the bubble is in the centre, which is there. We then draw a nice faint pencil line. Don't use pen. Nice faint pencil line. What we want, folks, we don't want, like we said earlier, we don't want the 850 line to be the top of the base, and we want it to be to the spillover level. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer in place the spillover level and the 850 mark line there. We're going to then mark it there. We're going to use a bradawl. Okay, we don't need electric tools at this stage of our plumbing career. Put the screw and a penny washer in, like this, for penny washer. Like that. Use it. Screw. We can use a spirit level just to make sure it's all level. Everything's level. We'll then mark the other hole with a pencil, like that, using the bradawl. Like that. Screw that one up. Like that. We'll then check it's all level. Make sure the bubble's in the middle. Level. Right, the next job is we need to mark out where the clips go. Right, for this exercise, we're just going to be running the cold pipe, and we're going to be using pressure pipes. We need to be mindful that lots of extra clips are being used, and we also need to allow for the washing machine valve. So let's look at the diagram and mark it out accordingly. Right, so the basin is 290mm wide, so half of 290 is 145mm, which is there. Right. Let's draw a nice double line there. Just pencil again. Right, so the diagram says from the centre of the basin to the centre of the clips going vertically, it's got to be 700mm. So using a tape measure, we're going to hold it on the centre, and 700mm is here. So from there to there, 700mm, and we then do a nice pencil line down. Okay. The next job is the specifications say that the pipe has got to be, the centre of the pipe has got to be 50mm from the floor. So we're going to measure up 50mm from the floor, 50mm or 5cm if you're still in school mode, like that. Is from this here, we're going to make sure the spirit level's level, and we're going to draw a line like that. So I've done a line like that there. Right, so we've got that and that so far. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to mark the centre of the basin again, but that's the middle of the basin there. Right, we don't want our pipe going up in the middle. The reason being, because right, if at a future date you want to put the hot pipe in, it's going to look a bit odd. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure from the centre. I would say 50mm. I would say 50mm spacing. So we're going to measure from the centre 25mm. This is where the clips are going to go. So, which is there, like that. So again, that's the centre. Now cold is just 25mm from the centre. Reason being, if it's in the centre, and one day you put the hot pipe in, it's going to look a bit odd. So we've got the cold. Maybe the hot pipe could go there one day, like that. Yeah, so 25mm from the centre, like that. We've measured from the basin to the 700 mark. We found the centre, which is there, and we then do a level line downwards, and that's where the centre of the washing machine pipe is going to be. Make sure it's level, like that. Right, we don't need to go all the way to the top, it's going to end about there, so we're just going to do a little line there. Right, we can rub out this line. And we can also rub out this line here, like that. So the next job now is to mark out the clips. Remember, because this is polybutylene pipe, we need lots of clips for this to make it look like a nice job. Right, just so I can work out where the clips go so it looks aesthetic, what we can do is I've put the fitting sort of in place where they're going to go. So 140, right there. Got a clip there. Just so it looks aesthetic, I'm going to measure from there to there, which is 160. I'm going to measure 160 that way. So that's that way. So the next job, the washing machine valve, will go about there to there, So I'm thinking clip there, and 2 clips. I'm thinking a clip here and a clip here. So we're then going to transfer that line across to the other 2. So there, like that. There and there, like that. And also for this one, so that one. Like that. Okay, that's level 2, that's level 2, that's that one. More clips the merrier. So I'm going to say let's do it 300 again. 300 and 300. Next job now is we've marked out all the clips. It's using a bradawl, we're going to mark all the holes. That's the next job. Right, we are now ready to install the pipework. But I know that because we have spent a lot of time marking out the pipework, making sure that it's all level, putting lots of clips in, I know that the job is going to look good. So when you install pressure pipe that's on show, buy them in straight lengths. Don't buy the coil version. Okay, so the straight lengths will look neater. Right, so let's install it. Right, let's install the longest bit first, which is the vertical section and the elbows. We can do that now. So with the pressure pipe, you have to use a designated tool, like a pipe shear or designated pipe cutter. Right, this particular brand has got marks on it here. So what you would do, if you cut it, so if you cut it on the K, you sort of twist it as you cut it, like that. You then put a pipe stiffener inside it, like that, like that. And then the idea being, and then what you do next is when you push the pipe in, when it goes near the next K, like that, you know that it's in enough. Same with this side. Cut it on the K, like that. Put the insert in, stiffener, strengthener, like that. And we then push it in like that. So because it's near the K there, that the K is just, you just see the K's there. The second K's there, so we know it's in enough, like that. Right, so we're then going to push this in. Like that. Okay, just make sure it's all sort of in line. I'm going to put some pipe in here. Right, so this is going to be for the, right, so we put some pipe in here, so this is going to be for the washing machines. We now need to cut the T in here. Just another technique, put the insert in. Right, we know the T goes to that line there. So just another technique, what you can do, if you do a mark there. So when that goes to that line there, that's also another way of doing it. So like that. We know that's in all the way. That's that one. We know the pipe, the insert goes to there, like that, like that, like that. So we need to cut this pipe there. Doing it in situ. So in situ, got the stiffener inside, insert strengthener in, put the stiffener, insert strengthener in. Then we can also, at the same time, you can also do our own little mark here, like here, like that. So when we then push it in, like that, so we know that that's in all the way, like that, like that. That's that one. We can just cut this on the K again, just to back to the other technique, like that. Put the insert in, like that. Right. Right. So we're then just going to push this one all the way in to there, like that. Put an insert in, push that in all the way, like that, like that, like that. And then we know that that goes to there. Do a little line there, like that. And we can then cut the pipe there. Like that. Right, we can then mark that there, that's how far it goes. Push that in there, like that, like that. Because this is going to be the lowest point, we need to have a drain off valve here. And this is a special drain valve, it's got a long stem. It's designed for these pressure pipe fittings. Okay, so I'm going to push in the drain valve to there, like that, like that. So this valve will isolate the water locally if there's a problem with the tap. So make sure that arrow's facing that way. There. Put the insert in like that. So we know that it's got to go about there. It's got to go, always mark it up there, like that. That's gone in enough there. You can feel it go, like that. So that's that one done. I think we now need to put two more clips in there and there, same distance apart, so it looks nice as it goes into the valve. Like that. Push some pipe in here. Like that. Like that. I'm just going to eye it up, just so it looks, see how it looks. So it looks nice and it's not being bowed, it's not being forced. Right, so now we're using this 1/2 inch to 15mm pressure pipe tap connector. Put the insert in, and I know that, okay, another technique after a while, like that. But with this particular type, you have to then secure it like this. This particular type, like that. And what we're going to do next, as close as possible, so probably about here, we're going to push on the elbow like that. Right, so what we do next, we can sort of do this. That's on their hand tight. We now just need to work out where this elbow needs to be cut in. So it goes to there, but we need to allow the insert depth, which is about there. Right, so cut that one there. It goes to there, but allow for the insert, I'll say there. Like that. Like that. Right, so we then put the insert on there, and then put insert in there, and we then push that one on, push that one on, like that, like that. Adjustable Basin wrench. We need to then do up this brass nuts. Right, I'm making it look easy. It's one of the hardest jobs you do in plumbing, actually, is doing up taps. But at the same time, you need to hold the tap. If you don't, the tap will move like that. So you need to hold the tap like that. Then push on the washing machine valve, make sure it's turned off like that. Right, so we've just got one more valve to cut in, which is the main, which is going to be this one here. For the top of the clip, so we're going to cut this one, so just like before, so it looks all good. The centre, so the top of the clip to the centre of the valve is 110mm. 110mm, so we're going to do the same here, measure 110mm, cut this valve in. So the arrow goes the right way, like that, so it's going downwards, like that. So we need to cut this there, but allow a bit for the insert, so there, so there. Like that, like that, like that. It's that one, like that. And push a piece of pipe in, like that. Like that. We have now finished installing all of the pipe work. So before we test it, we just need to close all the clips To make sure that all the service valves are open, closed, open, like that, so it's in line, like that. Make sure the washing machine valve is closed, like that. Make sure the drain valve is closed, like that. Make sure the tap's turned off. Right, we then connect up the hydraulic pressure tester, like this, like that. So before we pressure test our work, we're just going to have a quick visual look, make sure the joins are in, make sure there's no issues, so everything looks good. So we're now going to pressure test our work. So the manufacturers say we should pressurise our work to 18 bar for a minimum of 15 minutes. So right, so I've got 20 bar. We've waited 15 minutes. We check the pressure. The pressure hasn't dropped, so we have no leaks. Just to sort of show that it was tested everywhere. That's yeah. Now we know that there's no leaks. We then remove any pencil marks and finger marks. In level 1, the bit you'll be graded on will be this runner pipe work here. Now you know how to install a basin to measurements using pressure pipe. It's your turn to have a go.